Hi guys, and welcome to the video. Today we're going to be playing out with the new transition blush and blurring blush from Patrick Ta. Now let me just go ahead and say I didn't know there was drama surrounding this when I bought this. I saw Bella Woodard using this on TikTok and I was like, that's so pretty. When does this thing launch? And then I bought it at Sephora, shipped. Here it is last night. I see that there's drama. So I don't know. I'm not in the makeup game anymore. You guys know I just came back to YouTube. I'm just buying new products and playing with them. I didn't know there was drama. Okay, I just wanted to test it out. It looks pretty. So we're just gonna test it out and we're gonna just see what's going on with it. I don't know. Don't come for me, but also comment down below your thoughts and opinions because your thoughts and opinions do matter here, okay? Let me know. Let me know down below. If you guys are wondering, this is kind of like a two-parter, three-parter kind of thing. I did just film and do a little try on with the new YSL cushion foundation. This stuff is pretty. Stay tuned for that. Go watch. And then after this video, I'll be doing like my third part where I'm playing with this new Natasha Denona tan palette. I'm so excited about that. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into the video. So like and subscribe because it would mean so much to me. Let's go ahead and get started. Okie dokie, guys. Here we go. I got the very bright pink shade because I just love bright pink. And that's what Bella Woodard used and it looked really, really pretty on her. And that's where I'm going with this. So I have the shade Between Us. Here is the blush transitioning thing. See, super bright, very Excite. And then the Between Us blurring thing. Honestly, I didn't even know that this was a blurring powder. I guess I wasn't paying attention. I thought this was just like a mini blush to go with that, but you gotta have your own actual blush to go with this. I don't have the Patrick Ta blush, so my bad. So here's this. Here's this. This is why I should do more research before I buy things. Whatever. So I do have this, which I could only say is pretty close to these colors. Plus, I really like this blush. It's really pretty. You see? I think this is gonna work in my favor. This is the One Size by Patrick Star. So we're pretty much doing a Patrick Ta versus Patrick Star, but like in a collaborative way. Because like I'm using them together, so both Patricks will be on my face. So take that however you want to take that. I don't know. I did have to watch a couple of people play with this, aka I saw Patrick Ta's video because I'm like, wait, so this is not how I thought it was gonna be, and I was really confused and I didn't want to come on here and just like not do it correctly. So I did not put concealer on yet. We're gonna do one side of my face first so we can like figure this out, and I'm gonna do it without bronzer, and then I'm gonna do it with bronzer first because I just want to see, because I always do a cream bronzer before I do. Actually, I do cream bronzer, concealer, and then blush. So that's how I usually do things. Okay, so I saw him put this on and then the concealer, like next to each other. I'm not really sure which really actually matters if I put the concealer on and then the transition blush. But the way he did is he put this blush on first. So that's what I'm gonna do. I am going to put this right here. Okay, and then I'm gonna do, you know, your tried and true Shape Tape. Then I'm gonna add it in the corner, like so. And then what he did was he blended downwards this blush, like this, and like did the bottom of the concealer under the eyes and then brought it over. Okay, this is really intense, which is exactly what I like, but like, wow. Everyone was saying that this is like not very pigmented, but I think it was the other shades, which I kind of figured when I was looking. If I got that more pinky, like light colored shade, it probably wouldn't be as vibrant as I would want. So that's what also made me say, you know what, I really do want to do the bright pink. So yeah, she's pigmented. And then since we have some of that concealer left, he took a sponge and then he worked the concealer that's in that corner up where you would normally conceal, And I can't remember if he did any of this action, but I'm gonna do it. Cool. It's a little patchy, I'm not gonna lie. Hold on. It's a little patchy for me. Okay, so I'm not saying that like I hate it. I'm just saying it's patchy. What's going on? Why is it doing that? My skin's not even dry, but like there's some pigment that just patched up right there. Okay, so this is not working out in my favor. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, I don't know, girl. I don't know. After you put on your transition blush, you are supposed to add a regular blush. So I'm gonna do the Patrick Star. So I'm just gonna take this powdered brush and then blush in the middle, and then apply as normal. And then the next step is to take this blurring, what is this even called? Transition Blurring Blush Duo, and then add them on top. I'm gonna do the lightest shade first and see what's going on. And you should use it on the top and the bottom. I mean, it's definitely pretty. It's just so vibrant. So vibrant. I think what I'm gonna do now, seeing how vibrant it is, I'm not gonna use this blush on this side. And I'm just gonna see what happens if I use that, because I know it's not supposed to be as pigmented. It's just like a tint. But I mean, this pink is actually pretty freaking vibrant. I'm gonna go ahead and do some bronzer. This is the Summer Fridays Butter Bronzer Balm. I definitely went a little too heavy with it when I used it in my review, so I'm going to try my best and not do that in this one, but I'm gonna go ahead and bronze up this side. Maybe it'll help make things not so crazy, but I definitely would rather have my skin bronzed before I put blush on, because I mean, I don't want my bronzer to be over. I can't remember if that's like what he did, but I did want to put the blush on first just to see it on the skin as it is without any color underneath it. That's why we did that. I'm actually going to Summerfest tonight, which is like a little fair, and I'm definitely taking a shower before I go. And hopefully this doesn't stain, because it's supposed to like stain or whatever, but I don't know. I mean, it's pretty. I'm gonna try and use a whole lot less product though this next time. I feel like that's gonna help tremendously. Plus, using these transition blush things is definitely not for like newbies. I already know that, but like it's probably got a pretty good learning curve to it. Plus, everyone that I've seen using it have like heavily filtered videos, so like it looks really good on camera. So we'll just have to see. Okay, see, now this bronzer looks so good when I'm not using a really heavy hand. So very happy about that. This bronzer is beautiful. It has a really good color. Bronzer is done. Let's go ahead and try this again with this little transitioning thing. I'm gonna do something a little different. I'm going to do some concealer first over here. And then I'm gonna blend that. Okay, now I'm gonna take just a little bit. Like, I'm barely gonna put any of this on here because I don't wanna like overdo it. Like, look, there's like almost a non-existent amount underneath my eye. And I'm gonna take the sponge again and blend with the sponge. Okay, you have to work really quickly because it's literally just right there. It's not moving. Okay, my little new technique did not work. Maybe I do have to put a chunk of concealer down first for the mixy because this is not working out Okay, let's do a little chunk for mixy mixy. Barely anything right on top. And then I'm gonna take the wet sponge. Okay, that didn't do anything. Okay, let's try this again. Chunk, world's smallest amount of pigment, so we don't overdo it. And then I'm gonna just take the brush and do what he did, because the sponge is not the way to do it, for sure. So definitely use the brush. I'm glad we got that out of the way. Okay, I'm starting to see a small hint of pink. Still did not use enough product for it to make a difference, but we do know that's the way to go, is the brush. Okay, let's add another layer for science, because it's just not pink enough. I mean, obviously I don't want it to be this pink, but I do want it to, you know, at least show up a little more pink than that. Okay, a little bit more. Wow, this review is really just turning into a science experiment, isn't it? It's kind of like people who get the Dyson and it takes them like a million tries to get it to work correctly. I think that's how this is going to be going. We have to try it a million times to get it to work correctly. Which this is how he told us to do it in the first place, so. Okay, now we have a much softer pink over here versus where we messed up over here. Great, love that. Now I want to use these again without using the regular blush, because these are pretty pigmented. I don't want to overdo it, so I'm going to go in with the light shade first, then apply it. And see, for me, this is enough pigment, in my opinion, that I personally like. So I don't think I even need another blush in between for me personally in my light skin tone. Like, this looks a lot better than this side. Now I'm gonna take the darker pink and just kind of like darken this up over here. This side looks way better, so you need to do the lightest hand so we can get this and not this. But the pink shade is definitely, in my opinion, probably the prettiest because it's so bright and vibrant. It's going to show up better than in any of the other shades. Well, at least the really, really light pink one. I think that was called like Shy at First, I believe. Unless this is called that. No, it's not. Okay, I couldn't remember. Okay, so this is what it looks like zoomed out. This side does look really, really pretty. This side's a little harsh. But this is probably like what you would want to see like in events and red carpets and photo shoots where it's just really in your face. So this is a lot more natural and looks really, really pretty. I'm gonna swatch. So I'm gonna do this lighter pink here. It's a little chalky. It's actually a lot chalky. Like there's visible chunks of the powder on the back of my hand that are just not like going away. They're not blending, they're just chunks, which is interesting. Anyways, now for the darker pink, I'm not having a chunk issue, so that's cool. I'm swatching it like a million times. Nope, I'm definitely getting the chunks. I'm getting the chunks. So you can get like an understanding of the color. Okay, and then let's go ahead and swatch this little baby, the lightest little dab there. So those are the colors. I kind of thought I might return these, but I don't think I am. I think I'm gonna keep them. So really quick, I used this Hourglass in Ethereal Glow. This is what it looks like. And I essentially have always done kind of the same thing where it's so light right here, and I've always kind of put it under my under eyes. And then of course, as a blush, it looks really light, but like that's what I use for blush over my bronzer a lot of the times, especially in the summer, and it looks really pretty, and I put it underneath. So I kind of always essentially done the same thing where I kind of blend it under my eye because it is kind of light, but then it looks good over the bronzer. You know what? Let me experiment one more time. I want to apply this over top of what I have going on and just see what it does. Okay. Okay, somehow we've almost evened out both sides, but this side is still a lot darker. And also now that I've done that, let's see, do we still have pigment chunks? Yeah, you can still see where pigment kind of like stuck right here, which is kind of weird. But then again, you saw where I placed it, and then it like, if you didn't move it very quickly, it like literally left a stain on my eye. So you have to work so quickly with these products. So quickly. So anyways, that I guess is my initial first impression, is that this is going to take some practice. So I'm going to be definitely playing with these a lot more, but I do see the potential here, drama aside, and I actually just really like the pink shades. Personal preference. So I'm actually really excited to continue playing and see like what I can accomplish and all of that. I just, they show up really well on my skin tone. I don't know about the other shades, but this pink shade does. So if you were someone who really wanted to try this product, go with a pink shade. If you think it would look good on you, I don't know. If you don't like it, return it. Swatch it in store if it's in store, or come into the store. But I mean, it's not, I don't know. This is just product. This is just the product, okay? No drama. This is just how I experience the product. I really like this side. It actually looks really pretty. Drama aside, this actually looks really pretty. Okay, that is it for this video. Thoughts and opinions down below. Stay tuned. I will be trying these out a lot more. Lighter hands, different techniques, and all of that, just for fun, for science. You guys know we always do it for science. And yeah, thank you guys so much for being here and watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!